they are more, as well as this one, they are made so they almost blend them. Okay, I'm completely messed up with it. What did I do here? That's not good. That's not pretty. They are just targeted to almost blend themselves, which is when you are used to just, either not use any liner or you do it with a proper eyeliner. If that is something you're used to, or that's your routine, of course you would not mind such a soft, ultra blendable formula. But when you rely on it to use instead of an eyeliner, then it's frustrating, and also in comparison, certainly not the better product. Wow, this is a lot. This is a lot for a holiday. Also, while it blends right away into directions that I don't really want, now it still needs better blending. So I will just go over this with this brush to diffuse it properly. I don't think it looks as harsh and bad here, but it needs some more blending. So I would just, go over it like that. But I'll do it in front of the mirror. I'm not sure why I did not do it here with you, but it here it's hard for me to really tell. Oh, and let me show you another quite unique drugstore favorite of mine. I love both these Santé. This is Classic Volume in brown with organic castor oil, and castor oil promotes lash growth, not in that insane lashes up to the sky kind of way, but in a soft maintaining kind of way, so that I really noticed the difference of using something like a harsh drugstore mascara, like Maybelline, L'Oreal. So these type of mascaras, they are just made to, probably to stay long, high impact, to hold the curl and things like that, which is great. But first of all, there is a happy medium that can do both. And also, these are the types of mascaras that will have my lashes fall out more over time. And when I know, it's a very regular day where I just don't expect to laugh a lot. At least not outside my home. These Santé mascaras are just more gentle and kind to your lashes. They are for a look. They will give you a bit, they are not very long wearing. And if you laugh a lot and do this and this and this, it will smudge. And so yeah, that's the whole story actually. There's another green one with a tiny brush. It's called Mega something, with a tiny plastic brush, and I really love that as well. Again, same formula, different concept. So this one is brown, and when I do something smokier where I don't particularly want my lashes to hold the curl, to be very eye-opening, when I prefer actually my mascara to blend in a bit better with a smoky look. And I know it does not have to hold up very well. I use this one. And up I need a mirror. Oh, and here I'm using the, so this is an alternative product for the Kevyn Aucoin one brow duo that I love. I've talked about this before, I think. However, I prefer the Kevyn Aucoin because it's actually the eyebrow side. It's a very fine liner like this, and since it's not, well, it does have less product than a proper liquid eyeliner, so you get a milder version of a liquid eyeliner that does not look as harsh, and that's just something I really like. Besides the fact that I prefer the Kevyn Aucoin because this one is quite pigmented, even though it's for the brows. So even if you wanted that duo for your brows, I would recommend you get the Kevyn Aucoin. I'm pretty sure there are more alternatives in different brands, especially when you don't want to force this dual concept onto it. Of course, then you have many options. And here I only, oh, I actually need a mirror for this too. Hold on. Okay. And yeah, I only use clear gel in my brows. Probably should look into more effort for my brows, but lately, whenever I did, of course, it's something you just get used to. Well, right now I'm just used to my brows looking very soft, and since I'm a blonde, um, it's it just quickly looks quite harsh. And as you see, I kind of squish them together so they naturally appear more pigmented just with my actual brow shade, right? All right, and now the mascara. Oh yeah, now I remember what else I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about my wish list and my favorite YouTubers and friends, and something. Oh, this smells so nice. It smells like, I don't know, a bit cocoa vanilla, but not the sickening, the sickly sweet artificial two-faced way, but a natural nice way. Yes, I wanted to talk about things on my wish list and the gorgeous women I watch that put some few items on my wish list. Let's start with Nelly. She, frankly, I might be too late. If that, oh, that's a bit risky. If that Dior Solar line is limited edition, I might be too late this year and would have to wait until next year, but I hesitated to get this shimmer body oil by Dior Solar, I don't know what it was called, but that shimmering body oil. I think she did a short, I think, and talked about it, how much she loved it, especially the scent also. And So I bet I would love it too. And I really like oils in summer. I tell you more about that in a second. So yeah, I have to look it up, but I hesitated to get it because I still have quite a bit of shimmering body oil for the summertime left. And since there is not, oh man, last summer was such a disappointment. It was not hot at all, and I'll be damned if these 2 or 3 hot days would be the only summer we get again. I mean, it's great for older people, but I like to sweat. And in the summer, and also my son came back after the first day and he said, I'm sweating and it's great and amazing. It just feels so good, even though he's a winter person. He was born in February and he's quite the winter person, still singing his little Christmas time holiday jingles. So yes, La Bella Bellinelli. You put that one on my radar, but I try to be a good girl. I'm not getting it right now because I really have to use these other ones first. And I've seen this Dior body oil around for quite some time now. I'm pretty confident it would come back. And maybe, maybe I managed to use up the other ones this summer, and then I can get the Dior one over Black Friday. Maybe I can still snatch up some there for next year. We'll see. But it's on my list, and I just try to be a bit more rational about it. Yes, about that body oil thing. Today was the first day when I took a shower. Then I just, put off some water, excess water with my hands, and then I use body oils, and it actually, when you put it on damp wet skin, you kind of lock in the moisture with the oil and it makes your skin super soft. I highly recommend to do that when it's actually hot enough in your apartment to do that. I know it's also different culture to culture. I enjoy and I love my apartment to be super hot and nice and cozy over the summer. Many people, especially in the USA, I think, and probably, however, prefer quite chilly situation during the summer, which I would get sick pretty quickly, because you get really hot, you sweat, your body adjusts to the heat, and then you go inside somewhere and it's super chilly and you're not used to it, and you push your body through these drastic temperature changes, and yeah, I really do not like that. I know there are just temperatures and levels where you need the AC to balance it, but I would never, cool it down drastically, just so that it's more sufferable if you really need it. So yeah, that is one thing on my wish list, and I will link Nelly's channel down below. No, not down below, in the info box. She is a through and through Chanel girly, and you will see most, and even in clothing, going that direction. It's not only cosmetics and makeup. And so yeah, it's a very dedicated channel with also other brands, of course. But if you like to keep your focus on a specific niche there, it's perfect. To not get overwhelmed by channels maybe that would review everything on the market and just, you know, oh, I just hear a baby crying. And it probably had a nightmare from a nap, taking a nap. Well, yes, if you prefer to stay focused, especially to maybe avoid being intrigued by things you actually did not need or want, then it's great to curate your subscriptions to that purpose. And I completely understand if my channel is completely all over the place and it's just a bad influence for you, because I myself want to, you know, curate my subscriptions to a place where it's easier for me to navigate through the maximizing through this whole maximizing of this beauty industry. It's my passion and I'm very curious about it, and but at the same time I struggle to find balance there. What else? What else? Mm, so I would say, yeah, I had the Dolce & Gabbana concealer on my list. Watching the beautiful Amelia, the gorgeous and funny Amelia, and but I already got that one. And I watched my gorgeous friend Jules, and therefore wanted to finally try the Hourglass concealer. So I got that one. Carmel did mention in a, was it Holy Grail's favorites, all-time favorites? However, you know, it was the Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer, the cream bronzer. I really would like to try that one. I will continue this, you know, sharing my wish list and my favorite channels and people where I got the inspiration for this item on my wish list. So yeah, that's my honorable mentions today. Is there anything else? Let's do lips and then, yep, got a little job. You know, before I do my lips, one word, no, many words about these semi-haze kind of, I don't know, product. So this is the cream bronzer and the powder, and the cream bronzer, it's, yeah, when you swatch it, it does not look as warm. So I did wear it again, and it has the shade 03 Oak is the coolest one in the bunch, and it looks cool when you just swatch it, but it just creates a thicker layer. When you blend it out, it has a lot of yellow in it. It's quite a yellow warm based shade range. This is the coolest, but it still has a lot of yellow, way too warm for me right now. It blends beautifully. It's a absolutely decent product. It would not be a repurchase for me just because it's not that convincing, especially in undertone. I love this packaging, and you know, hold on, what can I do here? Well, Hmm. Um, and I created this little cookie thing here, switching them around, especially because the white one is actually the powder, but the powder side, the white lid, does not have a mirror in it. And I just think if I needed a mirror, here in this one is a mirror underneath that little powder puff thing. If I needed a tiny mirror in the lid, it's for the powder and not for the bronzer. So I will keep them like this, but I will separate them because it's kind of annoying when you open them and you twist them around. You go back and forth, securing that the other one stays closed. So yeah, I will keep them like this. I would keep them as they came. I'm not a huge fan of this one, especially because of the, you know, the way you would confuse them more. But it's because of the mirror. See, the white one does not have a mirror. All right, and this powder, I almost bought a backup of this because it's just nice. It's a nice powder. It's called Moisture Lock Setting Powder Soft Blur. It's very blurring. It's absolutely translucent. I cannot really see this not being translucent up to quite a warm medium complexion. Wait, I have too much in my hands. So, oh, and I misspoke yesterday. Of course, this brush is by Clarins and not by Clinique. I had a little CL weakness there. Poked myself in the eye. See these stupid bags here? Well, here I will actually add some of my M powder foundation because it has more SPF. This is just the lighter shade in natural. Oh, and I have very bad large pores. Well, I could have powdered my forehead as well, right? Can't be bothered now. Let me use a Kosas lip liner. Just to touch on this one, I put this in recommendations and favorites videos because I really like this lip liner formula. I adore that it's a twist up, and it has this cool scent to it. However, I find it is comparable to the Charlotte Tilbury lip cheats with this a bit blurring property to it, but I have a great issue with the shades. Well, Infinite is a beautiful shade. They advertise it and it looks like a cooler brown contouring shade, but it's actually quite red. Now, when I look at the other options, they lean very warm or orange almost. So here is Epic, and then there is also a very dark brown that is Supreme. I will not put that one on today because it's just too much, I think. No, it's too sexy. It's too sexy today. And let me just show you Epic because I think you need to be off, you need to have proper warm undertones, and also it does not look so bad here. Wait, you know, It does not look so bad, but it's still very orange. So that one was Epic, and here we have Infinite. They added 1 or 2 shades, but added quite red pink shades. So here's the difference, and you cannot even tell. Wow, the lighting is horrible. This is Epic again to show you the difference. So Epic is lighter, and so you have less contour. And I just don't like very warm, just like Hot Gossip by Charlotte Tilbury. It's this, a warm lip line is just quite a natural, I think. Oh shoot, I think it looks almost identical here. Let me see if I find a spot where you can see the difference a little bit better. But I will. How about that? No, let me do that first. Can you see it like that? Well, let me put it this way. Even when I look into the mirror and I have absolutely natural, true to shade light, it looks quite similar, but it's still that this is a good contour shade, because it's a good contour shade in my book just needs to lean either truly neutral or a tiny bit cool. And with any warmth in it, Infinite is slightly deeper and just cooler. It's, in comparison to Iconic Nude, it's quite almost red, pinky. And what else did I want to say about these? I will just add them vice versa, so they mix to the same shade. Here this is Infinite, and here I will add Epic. For them to mix. Yeah, and Supreme is quite a dark brown. So I would love something more similar to Infinite, but less red, more neutral. You know, then it honestly, if it was a shade like Iconic Nude, it would be that, because it's a twist up. Or would it? Lip Cheats by Tilbury might still be more long wearing. Not sure. So yeah, of course I have to add some chapstick because my lips are a bit dry here, but I will do that before I get going, because I need a little snack. I'm actually well fed right now. I'm almost a bit this is the movement I'm doing, and it feels great. Besides that, I woke up very puffy because I had very salty food last night, and I really noticed that I woke up, and you're always more puffy waking up, but when you feel it so horribly on your eyes, it's not comfortable. And even my legs are quite I put them up like an hour ago because they feel so swollen. That's uncomfortable, and that's not good for your circulation. So that was an involuntary 2 great amount of salt last night. But yeah, besides that, I'm well fed, and I feel much more, feminine, and mm, yeah, more beautiful, frankly, that way, um, without the water retention, of course. Um, but what did I want to say? So yeah, I don't feel like I don't have much appetite because I had so much last evening for dinner, but I still should get something in when I ride my bike for an hour to get, more energy. Mm, or some ice cream, but that's not healthy enough. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope you also have a beautiful holiday. If not, I'm sorry you don't. But still, yes, I hope you feel your very best, and talk to you soon. Bye.